And we are live. Hi there, good people. It's me and Paolo today. Paolo, sorry. It's late.
Here I am.
There you are. And we're going to talk about the brainiacs that make up Scottish Parliament. or rather, the Scottish National Party. So, if anyone wants to know where the Nazis are, because the Scottish National Party are National Socialists, aren't they?
Yes, it's the Scottish National Socialist Party.
You can't make it up. You simply cannot make it up. Okay, so for everyone who says there are no more Nazis, sorry, go to Scotland. There's an echo. Is there an echo? Why is there an echo? Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to see what I can do because, there's so much love in...
How is it now? Is it better? How is it now? Can you still hear me fine?
I can.
You can? I'm not really sure if the stream can, so... Michael, I'm looking forward to hear your words of judgment. See, I have everything set up as it was when we ended last week, so it was working fine. And now it's very quiet. Okay, I can change that. That's better though. You are quiet, but it's better. And seriously, I've got everything set up in a way that I would never do it. But somehow it works better now. Am I still very low? Let's do it like that. Anyway, it's quite annoying that I had lately OBS seems to be not liking me very much. Let's put it like that. I'm still waiting for the last words, whether I'm a little bit louder or not. Compared to Paolo, I'm quiet, but that's probably a good thing. Well, let's go with that then. So, yes, National Socialist Party of Scotland. Are there other countries with National Socialist Party, by the way?
I think the name is banned in most places.
Yeah, it should be, I guess. Well, it's not that it should be. That's the rubbish. No,
Well, they say Vox in Spain is a fascist party, and Chega in Portugal, they say it's also a fascist party.
But they don't have it in their name. I mean, the National Socialist Party of Scotland has it in its name. I mean, that's anyway, because what the hell, Scotland, but I can't help you with that. So, the Nationalist Party of Scotland, the Nazi Party of Scotland, wants to, I won't say want to, are thinking about making people responsible, making the actor responsible for the character he plays. Paolo, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, well, the way the bill is written, essentially, if this is being, if I send somebody a link with the trailer for Gone with the Wind, technically we could arrest Clark Gable. So anyone who plays Othello can be sent to jail. Anyone who plays a character in Huckleberry Finn can be sent to jail. Anyone who plays a Nazi guard in Auschwitz can be sent to jail. And this is made to protect people from being offended. From being grossly offended.
Yeah.
And all of this because of a pug.
Well, yeah, that's true, because it started with the nonsense of Count Dankula, who only made his dog do a Nazi salute. And something like this had happened before in history, because I think it was in Norway that there was people in Norway trained their dogs to do Nazi salutes as well. But the Nazis didn't care about it. But apparently, doing a Nazi salute is very offensive to the Scots. And yes, John, you're correct. It's they don't have socialist in their name. It's us being stupid. But then again, they are a socialist party, so fair enough. Hi there, William. And back to the pug. So yeah, they had a pug, and then the judge decided that something was offensive, and because the judge decided it, well, that must make it real. And now they are making a law to say that, okay, if an act does it, so a player in a play, an actor in a movie, then it's also real. Which kind of destroys everything that we like. I mean, I seriously cannot name one show that isn't offensive at some point or other.
Well, and even though the people are worried about actors being prosecuted for playing offensive characters, there's also here paragraph 3 in the bill that says that making the material available to another person through the spoken word or the written word is also considered offensive. So if you sell Mark Twain books in a bookstore, you can also go to jail.
Yeah. Well,
you go to jail for selling books.
Yep.
It's amazing. It is Nazi Germany, but in Scotland.
Yeah.
Completely.
But it's funny because in the chat, John and Nick, hi there Nick, by the way, and hi there William, I'm not sure if I said it, are talking about Othello. Othello is from the English playwright Shakespeare. And obviously, Othello talks about a Moorish general, and he is... Oh, I can't remember the city now. I have to look it up real fast. But Othello is a Moorish capital defender. He's helping defend Venice. I think it was Venice. Anyway, and the character is reasonably well defined, and people start disliking him from the moment he gets into a relationship with one of the other characters. A female character, so that part is okay. But a black man and a white woman, oh no, can't have it. Because that's how they look at it now. Back in those days, people may have looked at it like that, but at the same time, who knows? They might have well thought, oh, he's a captain, he's going to kill people. And I don't want my daughter being, how do you call it? And yes, John, in that time there was slavery, and the Moors were the slavers. The slave sellers, not the slaves. But nowadays they will say, well, he's a black man, and white people are not nice to him, therefore it must be slavery. So, yeah, Shakespeare is going to have somewhat of an issue in Scotland. But what about the Scottish play itself? I mean, there are many a thing that you can be, how do you call it? Offensive in. Obviously, there is racial offensiveness, but you could also be offensive based on sexual orientation. I mean, not a single gay character in the play. How dare they? Tell you what, there are people going to claim that that's offensive. Yeah, we're laughing now, aren't we? But this is going to happen. How far?
Also in theater, there are many instances of men dressing up as women, which will be offensive to trans people. They should be played by a real trans person, even though they're not playing a trans person. They're men dressed as women.
Yep. Yeah. Well, a cross-dresser and a trans person are not the same, but they are. Yeah, but they're not. Yes, they are not, but they are. It's.
Let's be offended anyway.
Yeah, it's the continuous doublethink. I mean, I read an article saying that the Scottish police are already like, yeah, no, don't do this. We're busy enough as it is. So yeah, and that's indeed silly, John. Being part Sicilian doesn't mean you're black. I don't think there is a lot of blackness in Sicilian people.
No, it means you're a criminal.
Well, that's... but not black. But that's another thing. I mean, in all fairness, in old plays, like Shakespeare, often black was... If you're a black person, not your skin color black, but if you're described as a black person, that means you were a harsh person, an unfair person, and a mean person. And if you were a white person, you were considered to be good. This had nothing to do with your skin color, mind you. This is just words. You have a black heart, or you have a white soul. No, can't say those things anymore. Oh, no. Obviously, that's way too racist. Now, in Othello, we can say, okay, well, yeah, it's clear that he's black. But how about, what's the other one? The Merchant of Venice. I'm pretty sure they can't play that one anymore because, let's be honest, the moneylender, which was a vile person, was also a Jew. What's his name again? I can't remember. Yeah.
Shylock.
Yes, Shylock. Too long ago that I read it. There you go. So, yeah, no. The moneylender was a Jew. How dare you stereotype people like that? Never mind the fact that this indeed happened. But, yeah. So I'm really serious though. Let's explore what this would take us. Let's take interesting movies of the last decade. See how far they will abide by the new rules.
Well, Django Unchained. Leonardo DiCaprio must be arrested.
Yep, there he goes. I mean, he played a slave owner, a nasty one at that. Yeah, I'm trying to think a little bit, but now if we look at Captain Marvel was rather sexist. The character was rather sexistic to men, but I assume that that's okay.
That's okay. You can't be sexist to men.
No, so that won't be
because patriarchy.
But how about Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes.
Well, Captain Jack Sparrow was rather negative towards just about everyone. He wasn't taking anyone serious. He was offensive like that. Now we think it's funny, but yeah, he wasn't nice. Hell, I mean, okay, most of the people he wasn't nice to were white people, so I guess that's okay then. But he was also not kind to what's the name? The girl that played the one that was in love with the Booth character. Oh, I'm terrible with names. I mean, he wasn't nice to her. He was rather sexist. He almost tried to push himself onto her. So yeah. I'm looking for more movies. Come on.
One thing I noticed in Pirates of the Caribbean, the character played by William Hurt, by Jeffrey Rush, Barbossa. Well, Barbossa is a Latin name, and Jeffrey Rush is not Latino.
Oh,
that's offensive.
That's offensive. Wasn't Barbossa Barbarossa?
Well, Barbarossa
means red beard.
Yeah.
He didn't have a red beard. And
no,
Barbarossa, if I remember correctly, was
Turkish, wasn't he?
Yes. So he was playing an Arab. No, that's not an Arab. A Seljuk character, because at that time Turkey was Seljuk. So yeah, how dare he? Cultural appropriation or something like that. Oh, this is interesting though. Now, I mean, obviously Tony Stark in just about all of the Avenger movies, the dude's a bloody sexist.
Yes.
Not that I mind. I think he's funny, but I'm really not. This is harder than I thought, though.
Well, more in the Marvel movies.
Well, obviously that is Borat.
Right.
That one can't do. I mean, you can't have Borat or what's the other character he played? Where he played the white wigger. Terrible with names.
Bruno.
No, not Bruno. Which is also offensive, but that's only offensive towards white people, so that's okay. No, where he interviews people.
Oh, Ali G.
Yes, Ali G. That's an arrest waiting to happen, isn't it? I mean...
I mean, everything about Ali G was designed to play the stereotypes
and offend people.
Yeah, in fact, the idea was that his real name is Alistair Graham. So that's where the alley comes from.
Okay.
His name is Alistair, and he's pretending to be South Asian, sort of.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe. So let's see if we can find another. Well, the Human Centipede, obviously. I mean, if you can do that, you're not taking life serious. So. Doesn't that mean that nearly all horror films and how do you call those, thrillers, are also gone? I mean,
yes.
you can't play the bad guy in those movies.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of violence towards women. Then Freddy Krueger has to go.
John, the character name is Alistair. The guy playing it is Sacha Baron Cohen. You're correct. But LEG's character name is Alistair Graham.
They do reveal that in the movie.
Okay, I did not know that. I take your word for it, but I believe you. I'm trying to find out. Clockwork Orange. Now, that was a great movie. It's from 1970. That would absolutely not be allowed anymore. Or American History X, which wasn't actually a really good movie. Talks about why white supremacy is actually a negative thing. But no way that movie can be screened in the socialist state of Scotland when this goes through. I'm sorry to hear that, but I haven't changed the background, so it's the chat should change a bit.
Mississippi Burning. That's offensive.
I can't remember that movie, to be honest.
It's the one where Gene Hackman goes to Mississippi to investigate the hate crime and the supposed Ku Klux Klan activity in the 1960s.
Okay, yeah, that would.
It was based on a real case.
Yeah, because there are some actors in there that play despicable people.
Yeah.
Which is true, because that happened. And obviously, because we were talking about Baron Sacha Cohen, there is, what's his face? Borat? That was really funny, but oh my god, that must be really offensive. Cheech and Chong. None of the Cheech and Chong films can be happening now. It's amazing how many things are suddenly gone. But is the chat not changing, guys? I mean, no one is chatting. There's not a lot of chatting going on. But should I change the background? Maybe I should change the background. Let me see if I can change the background. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come
I wonder if in Jojo Rabbit, I wonder if Taika Waititi gets a pass because he plays Hitler, but he's Polynesian.
Yeah, that's.
So
well,
he gets a pass because he's a Pak.
Yeah, that might be true. That might be true. No, I can see you guys.
Yes, everything by Mel Brooks must go.
Yeah, everything by Mel Brooks must go. That's absolutely 100% sure. I mean, oh man. That man.
Yeah, Rabbi Tuckman. I am Robin Hood, and these are my merry men.
Yes.
Legolas? No, just Mary.
Well, every historic film must go. Obviously, every movie about the First World War on the Western Front and all that must go as well, because there are not enough people of color in the movies, and there are not enough women represented in the trenches. Never mind the fact that there weren't any women in the trenches, but
yeah, and if we put women in the trenches and they're ordered to go into no man's land, that's violence against women.
Yep. And yes, Michael Keller, even Spaceballs, because remember, they tried to suck out the air of a planet. That's bad. And we ain't found shit. Yeah, that's. Well, I let all the chat go through, and as soon as something gets not allowed by Twitter, I'll be the first to accept it, or at least try to be the first. But as far as I can tell, the chat is going still normally, and there was some grooming going on in not just some.
Well, they were ordered to go through the desert with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah. But I mean, if we look at it, how could you look at it? For example, the movie Rocket Man has been banned in I can't remember. It was banned in some country or other because of gay sex. So is gay sex acceptable under Scottish law? Can't remember. So yeah, there is that. And yeah, obviously movies like The Death of Stalin, yeah, that would probably be a problem too. Oh, and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman must surely be disallowed because it sets an unfair representation of women. I mean, that's no body positivity in that movie. It's either echoing Modwin or quiet Modwin. I'm sorry about that.
Should Michelle Pfeiffer be arrested in Scotland for her part in Dangerous Minds? I mean, she does go to a black neighborhood with her whiteness to teach white culture to black youths.
That makes sense. That does make sense. And well, have you seen the movie Sausage Party?
No.
Okay, that's an anime movie, computer generated anime. It's really fun. It's literally about a sausage, and his he really likes a bun, and it's really sexistic. It really is. It's really fun though. And yes, John, you would say that all Mary Sue's are fair representation, but she is also portraying an unfair female stereotype, and most women can't live up to that. I mean, surely not. Women can't be well behaved and all that.
Is Roots banned? Should it be banned? I mean, there are lots of slaves.
True, but it's a story about them freeing themselves, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good question. Maybe. Ooh, how about 50 Shades of Grey? Or the American Pie movies? Yeah, that's really silly. No, but 50 Shades of Grey. Can you imagine a rich, wealthy dude treating a woman like that? Oh. Never mind the fact that it's mostly women who like that shit. But no, we can't have that.
Well, she says yes, but she means no.
Yeah, obviously. You can't. It's she can't consent because it's a woman, which is rather a negative thing to say, though. I mean, women can't consent to having sex, but then if you claim that they can't, then you're basically saying women can't take responsibility. Which is more important, the fact that she can't consent because mumble reason, or if we say that women don't have agency to say yes, aren't we saying that women then can't be adults?
An interesting conundrum.
It's an interesting conundrum indeed. I'm thinking the animated film Sing can't be made today. The criminals are apes.
And as you know, every time you see a monkey on screen, it's actually a black person.
Yeah, you're talking. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it must be true. That's a good one. Thank you, Nick. Or how about? Well, obviously, as I said, all horror and thriller movies like Saw. Can't have that one. No. That's. Yeah, it's really weird. I'm trying to find a movie that will actually be accepted. Maybe we should do that. Which movie will be good enough? Which movie will be allowed? And yes, no Planet of the Apes. There was an American. I think it was a rapper or I can't remember. But he had a photo of himself wearing like a blue vest, which was almost similar to one of the apes in the movie, and therefore he was offended. I'm sorry. How? And you can't make this shit up. Well, he's dressed in almost the same clothes as I am. Jeanne d'Arc. I don't think Jeanne d'Arc would be an acceptable movie. It would definitely be an unacceptable movie because, the way they treat that woman. Ooh.
Yes, she does at the end.
She dies
Can't have that.
a terrible way. Oh.
She has to kick the King of France's balls.
Yeah.
And then ride off into the sunset with her lesbian lover.
Yeah. She won't have a lesbian lover, though, because she's very religious. Which is another wrong thing, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if she's going to be religious, she must join the religion of peace.
Yep. So there is that.
Cool Runnings. Sounds like an innocuous movie, but
no.
The black bobsleigh team does not win.
No,
they have to win,
and they're being made fun of. They're not being taken serious because they're black.
Yes.
So
yes, and they have a white coach.
And they have a white coach. How dare he white-splain everything to them? Yeah, it's a brilliant movie, but no, you can't have that one anymore. See you later, Nick. Have a good one, mate. And what about Selma and Louise?
Thelma and Louise. Yeah, well, they do die at the end. Can't have that.
Yeah, but it is suicide. And
what they're saying is that the lesbians can't be happy and will commit suicide.
Which is in this case they were also criminals.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they can't be criminals. They were being attacked by potential rapists.
Yeah. Yes, of course. They
they were being chased by the police.
Which is
were also potential rapists.
Yeah. That's police brutality right then and there. I mean. Okay, they may have shot a few people here and there, but that's no excuse for the police to follow them like that. Chase them into their death, really. Yeah. Okay, so
Splash. Splash is offensive. That mermaid is too curvaceous.
Yeah, she's not a whale.
Yeah. You need a manatee. Can't have a manatee. It has man in the name.
Oh. Okay. I did not see that one coming. Thank you very much. That was brilliant.
This is going to be our stupidest show ever.
This is probably going to be, but it's fun. It's fun. I'm laughing. So yeah, what else? I mean, obviously, no more South Park, and no more. How do you call it? The Simpsons. I mean, can you imagine characters like what was his name? Abu, which already has been more or less written out of the show. Can you imagine being the voice actor of that show and then you're being arrested because you portray someone in a stereotypical way? Yeah, but stereotypical things are stereotypical because everyone recognizes them to be so. Yes, and that's offensive. But it's offensive because everyone recognizes it to be so, because it often is like that. Yes, no, reality is like that, but you playing that is offensive.
The Cosby Show is offensive. Not only it stars Bill Cosby, who has been cancelled.
It has been cancelled indeed.
But it also shows a black doctor, and that's acting white.
Isn't that showing that black people can succeed, though?
But he's acting white.
Well, yeah.
And besides, in spite of both the mom and dad being very black, all the kids are mixed color.
Yeah, okay. That is true. Because none of the kids were really black. Even though both Bill and his wife were. Oh, damn it. I need a fast bio break. I'll be right back. Paolo, you keep it going.
Okay.
Sorry. That's always the same. Old man and that.
Succeeding is white supremacy. Exactly. Now, something else. Any portrayal of the Three Musketeers is offensive. There are no black people. Uh, is any Star Trek offensive? I mean, Kirk is a womanizer, and the only thing that the black woman does on the show is pick up the phone when she should be the captain, like it now happens on Star Trek Discovery. What else? Is Rambo okay? There's police brutality. There's the United States Army. There are no black people there. There are no women there. Yes, Rambo must be cancelled. What about British comedies? Yeah, Star Trek Discovery is an offense. That is correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's mostly offensive because it's really, really stupid. I mean, even the Mary Sue in that show is an idiot. What's the name of the black woman? It's just a black Mary Sue and all.
Yeah.
But oh my god, sometimes it really does not make sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, toxic masculinity in Rambo,
Yeah.
yes, John,
Yeah.
very much. Oh man.
Okay. Hill Street Blues is offensive. Cop show.
Cop show, yeah.
So NYPD Blues is also offensive, and every CSI.
Yep.
Well, every CSI is offensive because it's stupid. Beverly Hills Cop is offensive.
Because cops.
Exactly. I mean, even if it's a black cop, but he's obviously a race traitor. And he makes fun of gays.
Oh, I can't remember that one.
Yeah, when he goes after the drug dealer in the country club, and he pretends to be Ramon, the boy he was with.
Oh right.
He should get himself tested.
And The Last Samurai, which can't be played anymore because hey, Japanese people being saved by The Last Samurai, which was a white guy.
Yes, much cultural appropriation.
Much cultural appropriation. Oh. Hi there, Green Badger.
Hey,
Beverly Hills 1960-90. I don't know that one.
90210.
Oh, right.
Well, of course, it's 1990, 60, 90 is unrealistic beauty standards for women.
True. Well, the X-Files are absolutely terrible. Because we have a male and a female agent, and the female agent is always listening to the male agent. So she is always listening and obeying, and very sexistic.
Mm-hmm. Of course I watched that series. I was like 12.
And then there's, of course... Oh, that was some time ago, the Adam Sandler movie. You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Yes, that's offensive.
That was... I thought it was a brilliantly funny movie, but oh my god, it was so offensive because he spoke well of Israel and he spoke badly of Palestine terrorists. Oh, you can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh man. But I'm still trying to figure out what movie would be acceptable with no negative stereotypes. It's going to be
Morph?
difficult. From Morph and Mindy.
No, that's Mork and Minnie.
Oh, that's
Morph.
Mork and Mindy.
It's that Play-Doh character.
I haven't seen it. No. Ghostbusters is very offensive. The first one had a full white cast, and the second one is also very offensive because it had a token black guy. So basically, you can't win with and you can't win without. They were both, by the way, good movies. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, which movie? Nothing is free of offensive stereotypes. John,
Yes.
I think you are 100% correct. But yeah, we have to appease the Nationalist Socialist Party of Scotland. And yes, okay, they're not socialist in name, but the SNP is rather... Okay, so how can we appease the SNP? And with them, the law enforcers that they bring. Because, let's be honest, if they can decide something is offensive because a judge thinks it is, even though no one in the world agrees with that judge, they now have a law, or at least they're thinking about making a law, making things offensive based on nothing other than we say so. So how can we deal with that?
Cancel Scotland.
Zeddemore? I don't know Zeddemore.
Winston. Winston was black, but it wasn't offensive.
No, oh stop! It wasn't offensive to you. That's the thing. I mean, can you imagine that the movie Dumbo, the cartoon movie Dumbo, you can't have that one because the crows in that movie were all black stereotypes.
Yes.
It was fucking funny, but you can't have that. Yeah. And a piece, it's a fool's errand, you can't do that. So basically, Scotland is going to cancel everything, and people are going to be arrested for playing characters in movies. So being a thespian in Scotland is an act of defiance. Oh, well, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm an actor. Oh, man. Fuck. That must be hard.
Sending Scotland back to the EU? Well, there are some people in the EU who would be happy to take Scotland back.
Yeah, well, there are also people who are happy to see the EU go, so... I wonder which group is bigger, the pro-Europeans or the pro-segregationists.
In Scotland?
No, in Europe, on average.
In Europe? On average, I suppose that in Portugal it's about 95% pro.
I wonder if that's true. I mean,
yeah,
I know, is. Yeah, is Portugal so much in favor of Europe?
Yeah, because we've been told that everything good comes from Europe, and we believe it.
Right. Yeah, okay. Might be. I mean, in the Netherlands, oh man, a lot of people are really not in favor of the European Union. But the media is, so there you have that. So let's see what movies were released in the last 20 years. And then see which one of them we can accept as being. I'm going to go through them one by one. The Gladiator. Well, he is fighting against the Emperor in the end, so it's a good story about standing up to power.
But if they call him the Spaniard, he needs to be played by a Latino.
Yes, true. And I don't think it was played by a Latino. It's Russell Crowe is the main character.
Yes, it's Russell Crowe. So but if they call him the Spaniard, he needs to be played by a Latino. Preferably somebody from Peru or something, even though, of course, colonization... The colonization of the Americas was very far away,
and there were no women in leading roles.
No, there was the The emperor. There was the emperor's mother.
And his sister. He had a really
Yeah.
fucked up relationship with that one, so that was offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So the Gladiator. Nope. Too white, indeed. Okay. So let's try
Shaft.
Shaft.
Shaft is acceptable.
How is Shaft acceptable? I mean,
Well, it's a black man who shoots white people.
but it's all stereotypical.
But it's a black man shooting white people
Yeah, but,
in the hood.
the female characters are so incredible stereotypical.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will be accepted. Now the main character, of course, is all right, but I don't know.
So maybe a Shaft Foxy Brown crossover.
Yeah, maybe. And then there, of course, is the Lord of the Rings, which,
As we all know, orcs are actually black people.
are actually black people. So yeah, that.
Well, I mean, what else could they be?
That
Maybe they could be orcs.
they could be orcs, but no, surely not.
No.
I mean, no. They're dog whistles.
Yeah.
Yeah, because fantasy is all about dog whistles. So yeah, no, Lord of the Rings trilogy, absolutely out. Can't have any of it. It's too white, too racist, because anti-orc, therefore anti-black people.
Never-ending story.
Now that's a nice story, but the nothingness is depicted as black.
Yeah.
Because everything that disappears leaves black behind. So is that a dog whistle? Could that be offensive? Or
And they culturally appropriate a Chinese dragon.
And they culturally appropriate a Chinese dragon? True that. When the guys are black, that is. Well, that's on porn. I don't care about pork. What are the Urukais are also orcs. They're just orkier. I don't know. Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
That was an interesting movie about fish. But,
Yes.
But the female fish was particularly stupid. Played by Ellen DeGeneres. So yeah, that might be problematic by some people.
What else?
300.
300? Yes, it's problematic.
It's a bunch of white guys fighting and killing peaceful people coming from other countries.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's difficult to find a good movie though. How about Wall-E? Wall-E can't be offensive. I mean, it's a robot. He doesn't speak, so he's kind of stupid. He tries to save a plant.
Well, he falls in love with a girl robot. Why can't he be a gay robot? There's no gay robot representation.
True. There is no gay representation. And all the obese people are really, really, really lazy. Can't walk. So it's rather negative in the way of body positivity. Okay, so no Wall-E. Ah, damn it. They didn't have actual fish as voice actors. Indeed, Green Panther.
Maybe they identified as fish. Who knows?
Well, it's Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. So. Maybe they're all secret furries, and they enjoy playing fish. Okay. Actually, if you're a fish, you're not a furry. What are you? A scaly? Fish have scales. But you're in the water.
So you're a wet scaly.
Yeah, a wet scaly.
Nah, that's just silly. Well, Inglorious Bastards, it's white people killing white people, so that must be good. But yeah, that probably.
But somebody's playing Hitler, and that person must die because they played Hitler.
See, that's the thing, because now I'm thinking like, oh, but these are the main characters. The main characters are good. But yeah, you're right, because then someone is playing Hitler, so banned, prison, fuck. It's really hard to find a movie that will actually be accepted.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Well, it's the one where all the actors pretend to be gay Australians in the middle of the desert.
Are they all?
And there's an Asian prostitute who can shoot balls.
Okay, but are they all? Are they all really?
Yes, that's probably problematic.
Okay, so yeah, they.
Even with all the gays.
Ah. If there are no hateful characters in it, it will make for a very dull story indeed, John. You're completely correct. But the overlords in Scotland seem to demand it.
Now I know why it's actually problematic. Neither Terence Stamp, Hugo Weaving, or Guy Pearce are gay.
See, there you have it. Can't have that. See, I'm trying to think of a movie. I'm scrolling past movies as we go along to see what movie will be acceptable. But none of them. I mean, either the character you're following is a bad guy and does horrible things, or the person they are fighting against are bad people and do horrible things. So there's no way that there isn't an actor in the movie that will not be arrested, according to the concept laying on the table in Scotland. Can you imagine what a society that must become then? Being offensive is an arrestable offense, a jailable offense even. Wow. What will happen when someone says, yeah, but I disagree? Is that in itself not offensive? But there's seriously no film we can think of. Even kid movies like Monster Inc. or Shrek have stereotypes in them. And they're funny, but they're unacceptable. Fucking hell. It's harder than I thought to find or think of a movie that isn't offensive in some way, shape or other. Bloody hell. Yeah, but even that is true, John, because the judge may decide that it's offensive because you may have said something that someone somewhere might find offensive in 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Yeah, the Count Dankula case is absolutely disgusting, and I've heard that Count Dankula was trying to go all the way to the Supreme Court in Europe, and so far none of the higher ups have picked it up. I mean, they all play it down as if, oh yeah, but no, this is not important. The Ip Man movies, I don't know those.
Hong Kong martial artist. Well, Asians are honorary white people. Also, why does it have to be a man who's a martial artist?
Yeah, why not a woman?
Exactly.
And he's Chinese, so... Oh no,
Honorary white person.
Yeah. But I don't know those movies, so I wouldn't know if they're acceptable. What do you mean isn't? Yeah, oh, isn't man a problem? Yeah, man would be a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea what it's. I don't know the movies. Maybe I should watch them sometimes. Yeah, weird. Damn it. Did we just destroy the concept of movie entertainment, theatre entertainment, and series entertainment in Scotland? Or rather, did the SNP do that?
Well, they can pronounce that forevermore. Movies are banned in Scotland, just in case.
Just in case. I mean, imagine you make a movie in Hollywood, and then the people in Scotland say, "Oh, we want to watch that movie," and then that movie comes to Scotland, and it's being shown in a theater. Will they then try to arrest an American actor?
Mm-hmm.
Or will they arrest the how do you call it? The ones showing the movie?
Well, they can.
I mean, once you say certain things are unacceptable, so if an actor does it, I will arrest the actor. But in case of a movie, you could also claim, well, wait a second, but then the actor is at fault, but the one sharing this is also at fault. That might be interesting. Because if they are going along that line of thinking, which, in all fairness, I don't think they might not. I mean, it's actually quite logical that they would go into this line of thinking. Then basically, all entertainment has been hereby officially erased. Well, yeah, no, you're correct, John. It's not me that destroyed it. I mean, they did it, or the SNP will do it if they get away with it. But, fuck. The more you think about it, the stranger it becomes, really, isn't it? Yeah, there is no evidence of thinking. You're correct there. Oma is the beste Isaac. Oh, okay. I'm going to show this to the... oh, jongens toch. People. The stupidity of the world will never amaze. I'm going to show what you showed us. I think this should be okay. Oma ist die Beste. Ich sag noch mal eine Mütze für Jungen und Mädchen. Sie hatte es nicht besser machen können. Dankeschön, Oma. Translation. Grandmother is the best. I will say it again. I asked her to make a hat for a boy and a girl, and she made them, and no one can make them better. Thank you, Grandma. And then we have a dick hat and a pussy hat.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I wasn't demonetized already.
Anyway. Pubic hair.
With pubic hair, yes. Well, it has to be with pubic hair, otherwise it's not real. The text is irrelevant. Well, not really sure the text is irrelevant, but I did translate it, John. But yeah, you got it a few seconds later. I'm sorry.
Well, it's still ridiculous. It just changes the context of ridiculousness.
Yeah, true that. What I really find interesting, and people might think this is offensive, but look at the size of that vagina compared to that penis.
Yes. That is a very busy vagina.
That's a very busy vagina. And yes, it's old-fashioned to still have pubic hair.
Yeah, Grandma didn't know that. Now they shave.
I'm going to move it away again. Fuck it. It's silly. It's a funny, silly joke. Thank you, Michael Keller, for sharing it. But it's really silly. Oh, okay. I think we've basically gone through the whole I almost wanted to say NSDAP, but it's not NSDAP. SNP, the Scottish Nationalist Party. Should we continue on the subject? Is there something we haven't said yet?
No, I think we've come to the conclusion that basically it's impossible for movies and theatre to exist in Scotland.
Yeah. Poor Scottish people. Well, I guess now they have to play with each other. And they can't sing songs about the Jacobites, because that's offensive. Because that will be the next thing that they will go after. Songs. You've already said too much. Yeah, there you have it. Hey, some people only have their left while growing bald everywhere else. Okay, that's true. Yeah.
In fact, in the name of diversity, I want to start banning offensive songs in Scotland right now. And the first one that needs to be banned is Holding Out for a Hero by Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah, that's sexistic.
Yeah, exactly. Also, she's Welsh.
So, yeah. But that's the thing, though. I mean, if you want to find offense, you can find offense literally everywhere. And Scotland basically said, let's do it. Fucking hell. Oh. Well, I'm not sure about you, Paolo. I think we've done this topic really well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything else.
No.
Anyone in the chat still have any questions? That's the thing, though. It always takes long. And don't feel too sorry for the Scots. They elected these clowns. Well, that's the thing, though. Politicians, you get the politicians you vote for. So basically, you get the leadership you deserve.
Yes.
But I do feel sorry for him. And yeah, that's probably true. Though we can never tell how much of one or the other. That's the thing with history. It's written by the ones that survived and won. So yeah. Well, in that case, I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight.
Yep.
It was a very great stream. Thank you very much for the very interesting topic, Paolo. Mm-hmm. It was. I saw the links. I was looking at them, and okay, yeah, that's the one for tonight. Bloody hell, that's the one for tonight. So yeah, how does it feel to live in a country where everything is deemed offensive? And oh my God, if you accidentally do something that others deem offensive, you can go to jail. Anyway, any last words from your end, Paolo?
Nah, I think already exhausted all the possibilities that can be offensive.
No, we haven't. There's way more things. I've literally been cracking my brain to try and find out what would not be offensive. I can't think of anything.
I still think it's only morph.
Yeah, probably. Strings also might not be offensive. Well, it's a movie of puppets on strings. Yeah, madness. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us here. Thank you, Paolo, for joining me in here. And I think it's time to say goodbye to everyone. So, goodbye.
Bye.